What's up, the squad? Back with another video. I see the title was going down. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it right here in the title. Definitely insane. Elon Musk says M's will fight like, you know what? To keep illegal immigrants in the U.S. because it's their path to power, which most of us know. I know y'all. I have to watch my words on here, y'all. I gotta watch my words. I've already been in trouble, so I gotta be cool. So if y'all hear me say you know what or anything like that, just try to finish the sentence a little bit. But one thing about it is that we all know, exactly what they're trying to do. We definitely know. You got here. This is another post. And you have here Minnesota Fried. Tim Walz was in on it. Jacob Fry, Tina Smith, Elon Omar, Keith Ellison. A lot of individuals. And another post from Elon Musk said they all knew, which we all know. They knew. They're obviously playing games, lying, and trying to cover their tracks as much as possible because they know the trouble that they're in. Definitely do. Check it out right here. This is Byron Donalds calls on Tim Walz to resign immediately for his actions. Check it out.
Yeah, he definitely should, in my opinion. I mean, I know it was a nice notion to say he was not going to run for re-election, but here's the truth, Benny. He's not running for re-election because he knows what happened under his watch is terrible. And I will also add, it's not that the fraud was occurring under his watch; it's that his administration was retaliating and threatening the whistleblowers, and we have that on testimony under oath from members of the Minnesota House Assembly. They testified that the workers were being retaliated against when they were trying to bring the fraud forward so it could be cleaned up. And it was Governor Walz, his lieutenant governor, Peggy Flanagan, and many others in that administration.
Many others, y'all. And one thing about it, and I keep on telling it to each and every person, is that you definitely dodged a bullet. I definitely say we all did, because just seeing how bad things are right now, and you can definitely tell just by how, I don't know if y'all remember, but if some of y'all remember on how my videos were, how things were, when I was doing a lot of, a lot of information, a lot of things, when it came down to Kamala Harris, and Tim Walz, you kind of seen on why she chose him. It's pretty wild even thinking about it, but you obviously see on how long it's been going. You try to, and one thing, I'll continue to say is to follow the money. Definitely follow the money. And I feel like it's definitely important to follow the money because you kind of see how everything, was, you had her campaign, that campaign, and you've seen like, well, where is this coming from? Where is that coming from? And you start to see. And I feel like there's so much more that we haven't really seen yet and got out. I feel like it's a lot more. I truly feel like it's a lot more that's out there, and that they need to track down. And not even just information within Tim Walz or Jacob Fry or Elon Omar. I feel like it's a lot more individuals that's, within this. I truly do. You got right here, I don't know how to say his last name. I don't want to mess it up. Pretty sure it's David Hoach, something like that. Journalist, lifelong Minnesotan. It says, this is more about again, going to the source, the people that, funded for this fraud. Check it out.
You can blame the Somalis. When I spoke to Secretary Bessent when he was in town about a week and a half ago, I said, you can chase the money wire and the transfers, but you're letting the tail wag the dog. You got to go to the source of the funding, and that is the Minnesota Department of Human Services. And guess what? They're in my sights now. Now that Nick and I have those videos out, they better be shaking in their boots because I know exactly what they're doing, and I'm coming after them.
And as y'all know, that David and Nick Shirley are doing an amazing job what they're doing. Nick Shirley do have a new video out, so y'all can go check that out. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube. Y'all just type in Nick Shirley. But a lot of things are, a lot more things are coming out. Says here, this is from a post from Colin Rugg. Angry mob forces out Nick Shirley after he showed up at a location in Minneapolis that claimed to be a transportation company, only to find out no transportation company. Pretty wild. Check it out right here.
Do you guys know where advanced mobility is? Do you guys know where advanced mobility is?
Advanced
Yeah, we're looking for it. Never heard of it?
So he was better off just ignoring him. I'm not even gonna lie. He was, and for the people, I meant to say this before I started my video. For the people that don't like me talking, so be it. If you don't like me talking, and I was trolling the other person, you know, from last night. I don't know if y'all seen that video. Some person said that I was acting like a child because I said okay, bye, and I said okay, bye, and love you or something like that. Like I just be trolling. Like I've been doing this for over 5 years. So I really don't, I take constructive criticism. I've been doing it for a while. I've been through music, sports reaction, comedy, literally anything you can think of down to the music. So again, if y'all don't like me talking, y'all don't have to watch, but he was better off not saying nothing. I'm not even gonna lie. He was better off not saying nothing. Dude literally just said, never heard of it. Literally told him this stuff just like that.
What is this? Oh, my name is Nick Shirley. We're just looking for advanced mobility. Where's advanced mobility at?
We don't care about advanced mobility.
That's what we're asking for. All right, we're looking for advanced mobility. Nobody can help us right now. We got a whole group of people trying to get us out of here. We're looking for advanced mobility.
We don't care about advanced mobility.
Advanced mobility doesn't exist.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Get out. You need to get out. You need to get out. Get out.
Now they're pushing us out of here.
Get out.
Where's advanced mobility at?
We don't care about advanced mobility.
That's what we're asking for.
They in there partying, y'all. Like, they in there partying. They in there got snacks, drinks, ice cream. They in there partying, y'all. They in there doing nothing.
You need to get out. Get out.
Now they're pushing us out of here.
Get out.
Where's advanced mobility
We
at?
don't care about advanced mobility.
That's what we're asking for.
Get out. Get out.
Would you like that? Give a statement on where advanced mobility is.
No, go ahead. Get out. We don't care.
So advanced mobility is not anywhere here. We're leaving, sir. Would you like to give a statement on what's happening here in Minnesota?
You make stuff up. This is a lie. I don't care. Who do you work for? Who do you work for? No, who do you work for?
Nick Shirley.
Who do you work
This
for?
is Nick Shirley, sir.
I don't care about Nick Shirley. That's you.
Yes, sir.
But who do you work for?
For Nick Shirley.
I don't care about Nick Shirley.
That's who he's working for today, Nick Shirley.
This is from the
We
state
don't
of
care. We don't care
Minnesota.
about that. Get out of here.
And see, you guys say I can't film, but look at you guys filming. You can do that. You can film
That's
here.
one thing that Somalians keep on saying is that you can't film and they're filming. They continue to say that, you know, you can't film. You have that right to film. And the crazy thing about it, this is how you know they do not pay attention. Tim Walz, y'all. Tim Walz, their own governor, said to record everything, every encounter. So that just goes to show you they don't care. They don't care about no Tim Walz. They don't care about, they do care about Elon a little bit. They don't care about Jacob Fry. They don't care about none of those individuals. They care about Somalians and Somalians only. So what makes you think they about to just, oh, yeah, I heard Tim Walz told us that we need to do this and do that. They don't care about nothing. They sitting there, got their nice clothing, their jewelry, the assistants, and they good to go. Trust and believe.
Advanced mobility doesn't exist.
Well, so what was interesting was we walked in there, and on the state's website, it says it's in suite 224, but it's a one-story building. None of the suites had the number 2 on them. It doesn't exist. And it's been registered since 1999, and it doesn't exist.
That's wild. 1999. That 1999. So a lot of this, I'm telling y'all, this stuff has been going on for years, y'all. It has been going on for years. This video actually went on, and he's going literally everywhere. Going literally everywhere, you know, in this video. And somebody said they got somebody wearing a $580 jacket. One of the Somalians.
We're not
because of fucking 2,000 providers. Are you fucking mad? Are you
wild.
stupid?
I'm not stupid. You're stupid.
You're
Where's the transportation
sensational.
What's
company?
that?
What about if a mass
Listen.
shooting happens in Minnesota? It will be because of you. It will be because of you. If any Somali gets hurt in Minnesota, it's because of Nick fucking Shirley. If any Somali,
this is about
if
fraud.
one single Somali gets hurt,
This is about fraud,
it's because
sir.
of you. Sensationalizes. You son of a bitch. Sensationalizes.
Wow, you're very.
I'm not gonna lie, these jackets are expensive. These jackets start off at $150. They literally telling themselves.
Out of our neighborhood.
Very nice.
Get the fuck out of our
Sir,
neighborhood.
can you tell me where the transportation
Get the fuck out of
company
our neighborhood. We don't want you here. Get the fuck out of here.
is? Calm down, sir.
Get the fuck out of here.
Sir, this is
You
about
wanted
fraud.
sensationalize? You wanted clicks?
You're
You got clicks.
sensationalizing yourself,
You
sir.
wanted clicks?
You're
You
sensationalizing
got
yourself.
clicks. You wanted clicks? You wanted the YouTube?
Tell me where the
You
transportation
wanted
vehicle
YouTube
is.
clicks? You got YouTube clicks. Now get the fuck out of our community.
Tell me where the
Get
transportation
the fuck out of our
vehicle is.
community.
Tell me where the.
You
This
stupid,
is about
racist
fraud.
motherfucker.
This is.
Say I don't want
This
Muslims
is about
here.
fraud.
Say I don't want Muslims here. Say it. Say
I'm
I
not-
want to change the Constitution.
No, I don't
and
want to change the
freedom of
Constitution.
religion, and I don't want Muslim Somalis in Minnesota. Kick them out.
I couldn't have been there. Y'all wanna know why? This is me being completely honest. I would have said it. I want you. I would have said. I'd have just been real. I would have said it. I'm just being real. You want to sit there and press me, yell at me, call me names, call me this, call me that? Oh, best believe. best believe I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna call it out. I'm gonna have attitude with it. Best believe. Y'all know one thing about it. Y'all know exactly how I get. Y'all know how I get. So me personally, and I'm so thankful that Nick Shirley is doing what he's doing, and you know, not giving him the reaction, you know, that he wants. But me personally, with my attitude, I would have said, I'm telling y'all.
I was born in this country. You have to take the passport away from me. Relax. That is what you are
Sir,
arguing for.
we're not talking.
Change the Constitution.
This is about fraud.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Get the fuck out of our community.
This is about fraud.
Get the fuck out of our community. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Stupid fucking idiot.
Tell me where the transportation company is then.
Get the fuck out of here.
Obviously, for this video, we had to get security because look at this now. All right, we're going. We're going.
You have to go from here. I'm telling you.
The security saying time to go because that can be some type of a call. You know, them hunking like that. That can be some type of call for, you know, for the Somalians to act on something and do something. So I'm glad the security. Hey, we got to get up out of here. Enough of that. We got to go. So one thing about it, definitely love that. Definitely love that. You know, get them out of there because you don't know what they're gonna do. You truly don't know what they're going to do. Got it right here. Nick Shirley reveals that all welfare systems in Minnesota are being abused by fraudsters. Check it out.
It's more than just the daycares. They're using all the welfare programs within the transportation companies. So it's not fair to say it's the daycares, but in reality, it's the adult daycares, it's the home health care companies. But I mean, that's kind of what's upholding all this fraud is within these welfare programs. So whether I wanted to go investigate the healthcare fraud, or if I want to investigate the daycare fraud or the transportation fraud, it's all pretty much the same thing. The fact is that these businesses aren't operating lawfully, and they're receiving millions of dollars and stealing from people like me and you and all your viewers.
Right. And then, of course, your latest video, which is part 2, is up on YouTube right now. Next week, I believe it will be next week, you will be testifying before Congress. We appreciate you giving us a preview, sharing a little bit of your latest.
One thing about it is that I will continue to say that I truly appreciate Nick Shirley for the things that, you know, he's done. Because one thing about it, he shed a really big light on Minnesota and, you know, what they've caused, what they've did, and what they're causing now. So truly love that. I truly love that for Nick Shirley. I do, you know, hope and pray for him to, you know, to have the best, because what he's done is something that is truly amazing. Yes, people are against what he's for and what he's done, but one thing about it is that he definitely does and did an amazing job. You know, I definitely got to give him that for what he's done. Telling y'all. One thing about it, again, this is another video of Nick Shirley. I'll tell y'all, I got to check this video out. Says TSA whistleblower exposed to Nick Shirley that he watched Somalis send millions of dollars in cash through the airport on a weekly basis via suitcases. $6 million per week, y'all. $6 million per week. $6 million. Check this out.
Airport police for 31 years. 24 of those years I worked in narcotics at MSP Airport. And my recollection was from about 2015-16 to 2021 when I retired. I would see, I would get emails from our dispatch saying like 2 male Somali descent individuals. They would give us their names. They claimed the cash, that they had a large amount of cash at the checkpoints. We'd get all this information in an email, and it would, I believe they would send it right away. So TSA would contact our dispatch telling us this, then our dispatch would relay the info via email to us.
And how much was the money?
The money, the smallest amount in a suitcase that I heard was like $750,000. But generally, it was anywhere from $1 million to $6 million in a suitcase. And there usually was, as far as I can remember, there was always 2 individuals traveling. So you would have
700,000, y'all.
Of maybe one guy with 2.2 million and another guy with 3 million. And
at airports, you're able to take $10,000 without declaring it. How are these guys able to take millions of dollars?
Right, that's
because
what I'm saying.
As far as I know, as long as they declared it, they were fine. So then TSA would contact HSI and Customs, and I'm sure they got the information. We got the information. My administration knew about it, and I trust that they sent that on to higher state officials on this, but nothing was ever done the whole time I was there. I talked to one individual. We were going after narcotic cash leaving the airport. This was always fraud. We had no nexus to that this cash was related to narcotics. So our hands were kind of tied. We couldn't do a whole lot.
How do you suspect these Somalians had millions of dollars to move in an airport?
We would rack our heads all the time, like, where are they getting this? Where in the world are they getting this money? And I had heard about these daycares and whatnot, but I mean, I thought at the time, okay, maybe they had 10 daycares, but apparently they have a lot more than that.
Look at all of this. First daycare center. You got this Somali community in Minnesota. Better home healthcare. Midwest quality home. They love that quality.
We were all just racking our heads trying to figure this out.
So you openly saw just millions of dollars get moved through these airports.
I saw one time. I saw an open suitcase with the cash because we were looking into seeing if it was narcotics related, which it was not.
How much money do you think moved through the airport in your time?
Millions, literally millions and millions. I mean, we're talking for a good 5-6 years, you're talking, I don't know, 5 to 6 million a week. It would happen twice a week. You would get twice a week where there would be somebody flying, 2 people flying out with $1 to $2 to $3 to $4 or $5 million twice a week, every week, without fail.
And where were those people traveling to?
So this is the word I got, that they would fly to Atlanta, take a flight from Atlanta to Dubai, and then apparently what I had heard was it was too dangerous to go any further with it, so they'd wire the money to Somalia. Whether they scraped a whole bunch off the top and did that, I don't know.
Wow, so they take the money from Minnesota, take it to Atlanta, and then take it to Dubai, and then from Dubai they then wire the money.
That's crazy.
I don't know that for sure, but that's what I was told by other investigators.
So all the taxpayers' dollars were getting funneled through the airports and then taken to Dubai to be sent to Somalia.
Yes. It appears that's how it all went down, yes.
Me personally, I ain't seen no M yet. I haven't seen the movie. Evidently, these Somalians, they didn't came over. They see it and get it on a daily basis. Not only do those Somalians get bread like that, I guess the individuals in Somalia do too. This is wild to me. This is wild. It's that time to hold people accountable, y'all. It's that time. Because what I just heard, this is insane. I'm not gonna lie, this is definitely insane. I'm telling y'all, I showed y'all this yesterday. It says DOJ has issued over 1,700 subpoenas, executed over 130 search warrants, and conducted over 1,000 witness interviews. Got more here. Says Feeding Our Future, 300 to 400 million in fraud. Housing Stabilization Services program over 200 million. Autism program is 700 million. And Evergreen Recovery Inc. is 30 million. Y'all see all these, all the fraud. It's truly right here. It's all out. And this post is from the White House. So I'm not lying about it. Y'all can go find this. It's truly, truly insane, and it's truly sickening what these individuals are doing. It's truly sickening. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for the next video dropping tonight, y'all. Definitely a banger. Wouldn't even lie to you. Catch y'all next one.